Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. Do you see the chart?
Yeah, I do.
All right, when's your birthday?
July 6th, 1984,
Time,
2343,
place.
Heidelberg.
7 degrees Pisces rising. Sounds familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Great. All right, so I always start with the same question. Can you just tell us a bit about what's happening in your life currently?
Currently,
So, yeah,
um, gosh, not a whole lot. I just started a new job. Um, I'm getting ready to move this summer. I have no idea where or anything like that. So kind of preparing for that. I'm graduating with my master's degree next month. No love life. Um, nothing really. Nothing really going on.
all right. You're graduating with your master's
Mm-hmm.
soon.
Mm-hmm. Next month, yeah.
In what?
IO psychology,
What's IO?
industrial and organizational. So it's like the psychology of like the workplace.
Interesting. How long
Hmm.
have you been studying?
The master's degree program, 3.5 years. But I had to get my
Interesting.
bachelor's before that, and that took 5 years, so eight
So you've
years.
been in school for the previous 8 years, is it?
Yeah, yeah. 2018 is when I started.
You went a little bit late. How come?
I just didn't think college was obtainable. I didn't think it was something that I could do. I was raising a family and doing, just life and stuff. And 2017 was a really hard year for me, so I decided to go back to school to kind of make things better.
Interesting. Okay, and you said you got a new job just now.
Yeah. Hmm.
In what?
Um, so you probably don't know this exists, but Americans have a lot of medical debt, and I'm a collector of that debt. So it kind of like is interesting because it's a good paying job, but it messes with my value system because I don't believe that medical debt should exist. So it's very challenging in that respect.
When did you get this job?
About 3 weeks. I started May 11th.
I see. Okay, and I'm guessing that job is giving you enough funding.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of income potential there.
Okay,
And
so you said,
actually,
hmm
it's one of the best jobs I've ever had, and the people that I work with are phenomenal, and it's a really awesome opportunity. So
Oh, Miss Ma'am, how lovely is
yeah,
that?
I
Okay,
know it's really weird that the job itself kind of sucks, but everything else is amazing.
all right. Um, yeah, there's quite a few things happening. Let's just. Mm.
I'd
By the
have to
way,
say this is probably the happiest I've ever been in my life.
okay, good. I'm gonna point to that in a moment.
Oh, good.
Okay, so but I guess you feel like when you're going after those people, it's a little uncomfy.
At work? No, I don't feel uncomfortable at work at all.
No,
They
I
actually
mean
look.
on the
Oh,
phone when you're doing the
oh
collect.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay. I want to get into that. This is where we're gonna. This is a very good starting place for us. But
sure.
I always, especially because you said that you're kind of novice, so I try to really make it as simple as possible and do it one step at a time. Okay, just so you know, I'll be removing planets and adding them back in. So for me, in the first place, we're talking about is your Mars Saturn conjunction in the eighth house,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Because
oh yeah, that's a
right,
very nice conjunction.
well, because the eighth house is debt, or it's looking for other people's money. and they have something that they need to pay, they owe.
Oh,
And so
yeah,
for me, you're
super.
the enforcer of the law. That would be Saturn, Mars together. And you're kind of hunting them and looking for whatever they haven't paid. That makes me think about the Scorpio. I guess there's a little bit of like investigation and pursuit in that.
That makes sense. That's
And for
definitely
me,
what I do.
the Moon Pluto conjunction in Libra is what I also feel.
Yeah, how do
Imagining
you like
talking
that
to these
29
people.
degree?
Yeah, what I'm seeing in that is because the moon is how you feel on the inside. And so for me, you said it's messing with your value system when you have this, well, obviously you have to go and collect debt and you're working for, big pharma or whatever. And so, there's one part where you're collecting the whatever, and then there's the other part of how you experience yourself in relationship to those people. That makes me think about the moon, Pluto, Libra. Okay. Does
Makes
that make
sense.
sense so far?
Oh yeah, completely.
Okay. We're gonna get more at the moment. I want to show you the last thing. All right, I have the transits up for 11th of May. And what I want to show you is that transiting Jupiter at 23 degrees at 20 degrees of Cancer makes exact conjunction to your Venus on that day.
Mm.
And in fact, Jupiter is conjunct your Sun Venus during this period. You know what that means. It's the beginning of a new 12-year cycle. When it's about the Sun, it has to do with you and your work and what you do in life and what you create and how you express yourself. And so that you said, yeah, this is the happiest time of my life. Jupiter conjunct your Sun and Venus. And when you say, yeah, this job is really paying and there's high income potential, Jupiter to your Sun and Venus, right? Because you're just at the beginning of that 12-year cycle. And there's the money coming finally, because you said you had struggled in the past. Okay, that
Oh
tells
yeah.
and now when I just think about the Sun Venus in your fifth house Cancer, I see, okay, taking care of the kids was your
Yeah.
life and giving everything to them, finding the resources they need. Does that make sense?
Oh, completely. Yeah, that opposition that I have with Jupiter in my Capricorn 10th house with my natal sun, I felt that ever since I became a mom. I've always had like this imbalance between like, because I'm a workaholic. So I like it's really hard for me to balance like home life and work life. I have like an either or mentality, but I've learned over the last couple of years how to balance that. And this job and the one I had previously helped me find that balance with like flexible scheduling and work life balance. Like the job that I have right now, they're super focused. They're just really cool people and they're really like, your work life matters, your children matter, you matter, we're here to help you and support you. And I'm like, yikes, that's amazing.
There's a few things I want to say about that. First of all, Jupiter rules your chart and lives in the 10th house. I use traditional rulerships. I still use the outers, but I use traditional rulerships. So Jupiter rules your chart, sits in the 10th. That when you tell me that you're workaholic, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Then, of course, you describe the opposition very well, so I don't have to go into that. But notice, chart ruling Jupiter is coming from the 10th house to conjoin your Sun Venus, and especially the Venus part, Cancer. These people really care about you. They're genuinely cool. You love who you're surrounded with. You have real relationships. There I feel Jupiter, Sun, Venus again. Yeah?
Yeah, it'd be really cool if there was like a love life component. But I'll take work. I'll take work. I'll take money.
Hmm. So you said you're single.
Yeah. Yeah.
Single as a Pringle.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay.
there's somebody that I talk to, but
Here we go. Thank you.
he's resisting me. He's
he-
resisting me
oh, how could he? Why? What do you mean he's resisting you?
because he lives in another state and it's like a 2 hour flight and he just said it's not sustainable, but like the way that we talk to each other is more than friendship, but I don't know. It's really fucking annoying. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's really annoying.
No,
It's really
please, you can cuss, it's okay.
Thank you.
How
Thank you.
long
Yeah.
have you been chit-chatting with Mr.?
At the end of April,
End of April?
about a month. Yeah, it's about a month.
Oh, fresh for fresh. Okay, Michelle, excuse me. How can you tell me that there's nothing if there's someone you're talking to since the end of April?
He told me it's nothing. And like every day I have to remind myself, we're just friends, we're just friends, we're just friends.
Please. Okay, look, there's again Jupiter to your Venus in the fifth house. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of flirting.
Romance, chit-chatting with someone.
Yes. It'd be really cool if it would be like, I don't know. I'm trying not to go there mentally and just tell myself it's just friends, just friends. But I'm
Okay.
thinking about flying out there because I'm graduating next month and it's my birthday. So I was thinking about flying out there at the end of June and, just kind of seeing where things go a little. But I'm arguing with myself like every day. Like,
Okay, I want to
you
talk to
want
you about the
to
June.
do?
Okay. Okay, so I want to show you something.
Yeah,
Now we've seen the Jupiter's conjunct your Venus in the fifth. Okay, so we
yeah.
see here the flirtatious talking. Because you said you guys are doing it as more than friends. Do you feel close to
Oh,
him?
yeah.
What are your expectations? Kind of, what is your image of him?
Oh, he's smoking hot.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, if I saw you a picture of him, I mean, I'm sorry, but your boyfriend might get a little upset because he's freaking hot, right? Like, and he's really fun to talk to, and we kind of like really click on like a different level than I've clicked with somebody before. I'm kind of like, I'm an incredibly intelligent person, and it's really hard for me to relate in relationships with people because they just aren't on my level or like my depth. And he is, and it's really weird because like he's actually teaching me stuff and like my life is getting better the more that I know him, and it's really like messing with my brain because I'm not used to that. I'm used to being the one that nurtures everybody and pours into people and like betters everybody around me. That's how I live my life, but he's doing that for me and I don't feel like I'm doing a whole lot for him, and it's really weird. It's completely different than anything I've experienced, and it's messing with my anxiety.
Okay. Do you again feel Jupiter to your Venus? Because you're having that experience literally
Yeah.
right now, while the
Yeah.
conjunction has been exact.
Oh, I don't know. I don't, because like it's a lot of insecurities are coming up. Like I'm not good enough. Like he's too hot for me, and like we live so
Okay.
far away. What if he's a
Okay.
dick?
Wait. So that's one part. Okay. Good. I'm glad you brought that up. So we have the Jupiter to Venus, right? That's
Yeah.
like all the feelings. He's really teaching you a lot. He's improving your life.
Yeah.
He's taking care of you. Feel
Yeah.
like the longer you know him, this relationship is amazing. You're so shocked. It's never happened to you. That's all the
Yeah.
energy of Jupiter to your Venus.
Yeah.
However, notice what's happening on this part of the chart. Transiting Saturn is in your first house, squaring your sun.
Okay.
Okay, so
Saturn.
yeah, and Saturn is in Aries. So we're going to talk about, I feel it. First of all, there's the smoking hot guy, but you feel like, oh, he's resisting you. He doesn't want you. Are you good enough? Is there something wrong with you? Should you act different? Do you need to change
Right.
yourself? Saturn to the sun
Yeah.
in Cancer, right? In Cancer
Yeah.
being closeness, intimacy.
Yeah. That makes complete sense. It's really annoying.
And notice, I want to show you what happens at the end of June. Where is Saturn at the end of June? I'm at the end of June now.
It's still in my first house, right?
But notice, Saturn is at 14 degrees of Aries, exactly square your sun at 14 degrees of Cancer.
Oh no.
So what that tells me is that up until you take that flight, if you're going to take that flight, you will
Yeah.
feel this immense anxiety
Yeah.
and question yourself and doubt and wonder, is this right? Is it going to happen? Put a lot of hope into it. Feel like maybe you don't deserve it. Yourself, maybe you're
Yeah.
going to run away or, right? Saturn to the sun and Venus.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's a Leo. So it's like really weird. Like Cancer Leo. Like, I don't know. It's
What?
weird.
The mother and the father. How beautiful. The moon and the sun. What could be a better pairing?
Listen, don't. don't put ideas in my
All right.
brain because
I'm
I'm
sorry.
already an obsessive little girl over here. And I'm like, I feel like a teenager and I'm all like, he's so dreamy.
Yeah, I'm feeling your moon Pluto.
Yeah.
I guess he's like really taking over your brain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm like
Okay, and you're
forcing
imagining yourself
myself.
in all kinds of situations, you're fantasizing, you
Yeah.
again, I guess it brings you down also because the reality
Yeah.
is like uncertain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I've just been walking a lot and I've like 7 miles I walked yesterday. Just try to clear my head and like not be obsessive. So yikes.
Uh-huh. Okay. So yesterday was the Sun Uranus conjunction, the past couple days in your third
Yeah.
house, Gemini. That makes me think
Okay.
about you walking 7 miles. Unusual. It's a bit far. It's quite some, I guess, to clear your head.
Yeah. Because I
Did you send a
I
bunch of
have a
messages also?
maybe. So I have a really hard time
Oh, you definitely
feeling
did.
comfortable.
You definitely did. Okay, go ahead.
Like
Sorry.
being vulnerable is really hard for me, right? Like speaking up for myself is really hard for me. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's really hard. And I get really like panicky. So I've sent him a voice message like Friday night about like some whatever, just word vomiting a bunch of crap and like whatever. And then yesterday morning he like listened to it and then I'm like analyzing every word. Like, what do you mean by this? Like, but I didn't say anything. And he worked all day yesterday and he messaged me just like 2 messages last night and that was it. And like I'm like, it's okay, Michelle. You guys are just friends. Leave him alone. Like, don't message him anymore. And of course, I messaged him like a couple more times. And then I went to bed and I couldn't sleep at all last night at all. I got no sleep.
Okay. Do you see the Sun Uranus?
Hmm.
Uranus Cazimi. Now, what I want to point out to you is notice the Uranus Cazimi is in your third house, Gemini.
Yeah.
But very importantly, it's sextile your Mercury. Exact. Your Mercury
Oh,
it's your Leo, right? That is why you're sending all those messages and just bearing your
yeah.
soul. And it's like one after the other, and then
Yeah.
you can't wait, and so you send more, right? So it's like nervousness on the phone.
Oh no. I was like panicking, like, oh God, I scared this guy away. Like, but that's like a normal thing for me. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it has nothing to do with him. It's how I feel. Like, it's really hard for me to speak up. And so, like, I'm making it a priority, even if it means that, like, I scare him off or he's like thinking I'm a weirdo. I'm making it a priority to, like, speak up for
Why
myself.
is it hard for you to speak up?
Because my North Node and Chiron conjunct in my third house Gemini.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So it's really hard for me to like talk about vulnerable things.
Is it? You seem pretty open with me.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I'm a chatterbox for sure, but things that like actually are like deep, it's in my mind. I'm thinking like if I speak up about things that somebody else doesn't want to hear, like talking about like, hey, you said this thing, it hurt my feelings. I have a hard time with that because I used to get punished every time I would speak up for myself or defend myself, right? So like now it's like in my mind that when I speak up for myself, bad things happen, like people leave or like things just become bigger than they should have been, things like that. So like I usually don't tell people when they upset me at all. I just keep it to myself because I don't want to like start an argument or like, anything like that. So that's what I did Friday night. I didn't say anything like too weird. I didn't say like he hurt my feelings or anything like that. I was just like blah blah blah. Like this is my thought process. This is why I did what this and why I said this and blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
That would be
Okay.
great.
I'm feeling your moon, Pluto, Libra, seventh house in everything you described.
Yeah,
How you don't tell people and you keep it for yourself. So I see you're having like a whole
yeah,
separate relationship outside the actual relationship where you're trying to manage and
yeah,
make everything kind of right. And there I
yeah,
feel the moon, Pluto, seven, right? That makes sense.
yeah, it does.
And the
Yeah, I feel
square
that
to your
very
Mercury.
strongly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind and it's kind of because your Mercury and Leo in the fifth house is like for me a very different. It's like openly expressing everything, like telling everyone, not
Yeah, it's
being very
0 degrees, right?
yeah.
Yeah. What's the significance of that 0 degrees? I've looked it up a lot and people don't really, they can't really explain it to me.
Well, okay, first of all, it doesn't mean one thing, it means many things.
Mm,
Right? Because okay, let's say it like this. First of all, the degree doesn't really matter. However, when
okay.
planets enter a new sign, they're like super
Mm,
fresh, super new, totally inexperienced, and then they start kind of an
mm,
arc. And you'll see that in transits, when planets are transiting through a sign, they start something and then they kind of go through, and then by the time they reach the end, you change your mind or you change your plans or something is completed. Therefore, you would have to pay attention to that for a long period of time. It's not too important that it's at 0 degrees. What's more important is what planets are aspecting your Mercury at any given point in time, because that's going to create the current reality that you're experiencing.
that makes
And
sense.
so it's more about understanding like how the whole chart moves together rather than trying to really cram yourself into the what does the 0 degrees mean. You have to see how it all moves together. That's what we do, right? That's what we're doing
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
So again, like the Mercury and Leo in the fifth for me is someone who's very fun, very open, very warm, very talkative.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the square here is it really intrigues me.
Yeah. I feel it very like that Pluto moon conjunction to my seventh house is like, so with my novice level of experience and understanding of it, like my close relationships and how it's affected me, I've had like intense emotions most of my life, like really intense.
Can you give an
Uh,
example? Like just one thing that you think of that you're brought to a memory.
so I bottle everything up. And so, like last year, uh, my ex left because we got into an argument. And what it is that like I keep everything to myself for like a whole year and like I don't say anything. I just manage, the relationship. I make sure everybody's happy. I keep everything like copacetic and make sure, don't rock the boat, keep everything happy. Everybody's, that's my job. Right. Well, I'm not like that anymore. But last year, it built up and it built up and it built up and it built up. And I used to be where I would be like a screamer and I would be like, motherfucker this, motherfucker that, and just get really upset. And then people would be like, oh my God, where did this come from? Like, why are you doing this? And I'm just like, it's been like 6 months I've been holding this in and I have no it. Like obviously now I've been in therapy for over a year. So like I'm learning how to like talk about things first and how to regulate myself and stuff like that. But like I would just be like a volcano. I would just keep everything to myself and keep everything moving and keep everybody happy for so long. And then when I'm not happy, everybody knows I'm not happy, like I would just be like, bleh. Yeah.
All right, do you hear yourself explaining that square word for word?
Yeah, literally. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
When I first read about my chart, people would tell me that I was a narcissist. They're like, oh my gosh, you're a narcissist. Like, you need to seek help. That was really damaging to me because, like, I'm actually the opposite of a narcissist. I'm like a super empathetic person. I've been in relationships with narcissists, right? Like, my first, yeah, like everybody, like every relationship I've been in has been like emotionally toxic, where the men are just like over the top, super abusive, either physically or verbally. Like I've never been in a healthy relationship until I started therapy, and now I'm understanding how to spot signs And my therapist told me, she's like, Michelle, you have the personality type that attracts these people. You have got to learn how to protect yourself. You've got to learn how to spot these people and how to speak up for yourself and when to say, like, no, it's not your responsibility to like manage other people's lives and manage other people's emotions and take care of other people. And I'm like, but that's all I know how to do is be a mom. Like, I'm mom everybody. Yeah.
There I see the Sun, Venus, Cancer. Momming everybody as a natural skill, as a
Yeah.
predisposition.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
the other part that I'm feeling now with the Mercury in Leo, it's about the men being abusive and I guess
Yeah.
towering over you,
Yeah.
speaking over you, yelling over you, screaming at you, demanding from you, controlling you, demanding your attention, doing things to get your attention constantly. Also, I feel
Yeah.
like cheating.
Oh, yeah. I've never been in a faithful relationship
Yeah.
ever.
I feel like, yeah, exactly. Right? Because the fifth house is involved. Moon, Pluto, seven, Mercury, fifth. I mean, a mess.
Yeah. And people would just tell me, like, it's my job as a woman to just like, if a man's cheating, it's your fault. You need to fix it. Like, so I lived in a space for a really long time where I just thought everything was my responsibility. Like, it was my responsibility to keep everybody happy. It's my responsibility to make sure and if I fail at that, like, a man deserves to cheat on me. Like, he has every right to cheat on me. So that took a really long time to get out of my head.
Wow.
I think that chapter's closed, actually. Like, I told my therapist last year when my ex finally left, I was like, I called him the final boss. I was like, this is my last time dealing with this. Like, I'm never going to have to deal with this again. It was June of last year. I was like, I'm never going to have to deal with this again. It's over. It's like I felt energetically that it finally was over and I could exhale. And I've dated kind of casually, like a little bit last year. And, like, I started noticing patterns and I would immediately be like, this isn't for me, and block them. Like, so, like, I'm learning that new skill of recognizing. Sorry, it's about to get loud. you know. So yeah, I was kind of
Mhm.
hoping this new guy is like my reward for all the hard work I've done.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
interesting. That makes me think because in June of 25 is when Saturn had first entered Aries. So he's starting
Mm.
over essentially, right? Because Aries is the first sign. Aries for me is also like independence, standing up for yourself, being bold, speaking up for yourself, not taking shit from anyone. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and so I feel that. And then when you said that you were like dating a little bit thereafter, there I felt like the Saturn trine to your Mercury in the fifth throughout, and then back to your Sun, Venus. And then
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
happened with the dating, I guess. Not too much.
No,
Until this
nothing to write
guy,
home about.
just now.
Yeah, this guy is. I mean, I've tried to date. Like, it always ends up being like either the guy really likes me and I don't like him, or I really like him and he doesn't really like me. So it's like that imbalance of like, which is fine. I mean, I've only been single for almost a year, so it's not like too much. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my love life at all. It's
Okay.
just that I went through so much shit with men for so long that I was like, can I have like something like cool or good for a little bit? Yeah. Oh, if you're looking at stuff that's happened, my dad passed away in September of last year,
As well. Okay.
September 19th.
Okay, let me get because I'm thinking about something different now.
Yeah.
And it's about this new context that we have
Yeah.
about your love life. Right now I see there's so not because you right? Now I
Yeah.
see what is special about this man, and now I understand the texting, and I can see your frame of mind and how this is like I can see where the anxiety is coming from, big time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there again, because remember, it takes Jupiter 12 years to get back to Venus. So I just want to reiterate, like Jupiter transiting your Venus and you having this amazing
Hmm.
experience finally and like putting a lot into it. It's like finally you've
Hmm.
with someone that's like a genuine person, maybe actually cares about you, is fun, is hot, is like, what? But
Yeah.
notice that while Jupiter's transiting your Sun, Venus, Mercury in the fifth house, yeah, so also like the love, because you did the dating and you finally realize I don't want to date these kinds of guys. I want to really feel loved. I deserve it, blah, blah. Right, going
Yeah.
all the therapy, Jupiter moving through Cancer, looking inwards, trying to work on yourself, understanding your past, all Cancer stuff, right? But
Yeah.
Jupiter is also therefore squaring your moon and Pluto in
Of course
transit.
it
So that makes me
is.
think about how this beautiful gift that you're receiving is at the
Yeah.
same time triggering this very traumatic part of your brain, let's say.
Yeah. I'm working through it with reigniting my meditative practices and like yoga and the walking and like the journaling, and like I'm really 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 spiritual, so like just getting back into that spirituality and like really focusing on like centering myself instead of centering the relationship in my life. I'm centering myself and making sure I'm taking care of myself, what makes me happy, pouring into myself, and then like venting is kind of like a byproduct of that. Like, I get more excited about the text messages, but I'm not like in the limerence all day long, like daydreaming about it.
Hmm. So how do you focus on what is something that you do, for example, to try center yourself?
Uh, Breathing, like
Reading.
meditating, like like opening my heart space and like refocusing on reality, like what's tangible in my life, not instead of the dream of like what I think could happen between us. I focus on like, what do I need to do today? What can I get focused on today? Like trying to find new hobbies, even like I'm trying to think of like what's something I've never done before that would be fun to me. I want to
Okay.
get like, I want to learn how to dance. Like what's that one dance that a lot of people do, like salsa? That's fun, right? Like that sounds
Okay.
super fun.
Do you hear now again, Jupiter transiting your fifth,
Yeah.
right? Looking for hobbies, things to do, to have fun, to center yourself, to enjoy your life, to experience new
Yeah.
skills. Also, the Jupiter is very close to your Mercury and Leo by now. The idea to learn how to dance, salsa dance, high energy, loud music, fun. Woo woo. Mercury and
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah.
Huh. And when did you decide kind of that you have to set? Is that like in the past few days or since the very beginning? I guess it took a little couple weeks for you to realize what's going on.
I think in the last, like probably since like Wednesday is when I like the
Why
energy shifted for
why
me for like
Wednesday? What happened
Wednesday.
on Wednesday?
He said something that hurt my feelings.
All right, what are you saying?
It's so stupid. It's so dumb. So like he really likes when my hair is curly, which is my hair is naturally curly. It just, I didn't do anything with it. But like when I go to work, I do my hair. And he really liked it on Wednesday in the morning. He really complimented it. And he doesn't really compliment my looks a lot. So that evening I took my hair down and like my hair was looking amazing. And I took a picture and it was beautiful. Like it was just a really pretty picture. And I was like, hey, I need a compliment about my hair. And he's like, it looks bouncy. What kind of a compliment is that? Like, I didn't say that. I kept that to myself and I kind of like brushed it off a little bit. I was like, okay. And he's like, it looks buoyant or something like that. And it was such a weird compliment. And it triggered like this weird, like, I don't know, it just like popped into my brain where I was like, does this dude even like me? Oh my God, it's so childish. It's so fucking childish. So I tried to brush it off and I was like, it's not that big of a deal. Your compliment's weird, but whatever. I don't care. And he's like, but wouldn't you rather get a compliment from somebody that you like instead of love bombing from like a Nigerian prince? So he's from China. So English is his second language. And like, he's very articulate. He's very good at conversing, but there is like that gap, with having somebody that is not a native English speaker. And so I don't know. Sometimes he says weird
Ah,
stuff like that.
interesting. Uh-huh. Okay,
Yeah.
you give good context. Okay, in that case, I want to point out a few things.
Yeah.
First of all, I have the transits up for Wednesday morning.
Okay.
All right. The moon is exactly conjunct Jupiter on top of your Venus.
Of course
And
it
you're having
is.
a gorgeous hair day.
Oh yeah.
And you take a picture and you say, look at how pretty.
Yeah.
Right? And the whole day it's
Yeah.
about, oh, look at that, my hair. And look,
Yeah.
moon, Jupiter, Venus, right? Now,
Yeah.
notice what he said. He said buoyant.
Yeah. Yep.
Water, right?
Yep.
Okay. And notice also what you responded, because you said it was in the evening, the true aspect. So
Yeah.
now moving towards the evening. You can see that by evening time, the moon is very close to your Mercury in Leo. And that's
Okay.
when you're fishing for compliments, right? You send him a message, say, hey, I need a compliment. Look at me.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I was so upset by that. And it's like the whole energy. So let me tell you what happened. I was so upset by it, right? And then I got in my feelings and I didn't talk to him for the rest of the night. And I like cried and I was like, what is going on? Why do I care? Why? I don't understand what's going on right now. And like, so then the next morning, he's like, what's the matter? You're not being your usual self. I was like, dude, I'm in my feelings. I'm withdrawing. Like I'm a Cancer, so I go in my shell, and I didn't understand what was going on. So I spent all day Thursday processing it. And, like I reached out to him a little bit, but I didn't. And that Wednesday is when I decided I need to reshift my focus back to myself. Like, I need to give him room in the relationship to meet me where I am and see, because I'm the one over here doing like all the work and all the texting and all the keeping everything together. So I gave him the space to see if he would come towards me or if he would back off. And he came towards me and like he opens up and like things have been going really great between us since then. And it's really fucking weird how like everything just shifted.
Okay, I want to point out a few things
Yeah.
about that, okay? All
Yeah.
right, so I'm again on the transits for Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see the moon is at 28 Cancer in the fifth,
Yeah.
squaring your moon Pluto. Exact.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Think about it. You're
Yeah.
crying, you're in your feelings. Why is he like this?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next day, moon enters Leo. Fuck it. I'm focusing on myself. But there's
Yeah.
something else important that happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go back to the evening time. Notice that the transiting sun is at 29 Taurus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Taurus is heavy. Taurus wants to be secure. Taurus
Yeah.
wants to know that he's really there, blah, blah, blah. And you can see that,
Yeah.
by the way, the sun is also making a quincunx to your moon Pluto when that's happening.
Yeah.
Now, notice what happens a few hours later. What? The sun moves into Gemini.
Yeah.
And then you feel light.
Yeah.
And suddenly things open up. You start talking again more. Do you see it?
Yeah. Yeah. I do 100%.
Okay.
That's cool.
So when you asked about your Mercury at 0 degrees of Leo,
Yeah.
that is what the 0 degree is. It's
Yeah.
a big change, a sudden shift in energy.
Kind of annoying. I just want a little bit of peace. Like
Right.
all this moving stuff. I feel like everything that's been going on in my chart, like especially because I'm a Pisces rising and a lot of stuff's been happening in Pisces. I just feel like my whole life for the last like 18 months has just completely shifted. Like everything. Every single part of my life is completely different just in the last
Okay.
18 months.
Right, but that's because okay, I guess you called it out already, so maybe I don't even need to do that. But every single outer planet, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, has
Mm-hmm.
changed signs in the last 18 months. Pluto's the only one that
Mm-hmm.
didn't because he's been in Aquarius for a couple of years.
Yeah.
That's a big shift in the collective and therefore in your life as well.
Yeah. But I feel like the shift it broke everything down to like put it back together better than it was, is what it feels like to me.
Okay. How old are your kids?
My oldest is 18 and my youngest is 8. So I have 18, 15, 10, and 8.
Girl, you got them kids. Wow.
Are you surprised? with like
No,
Cancer and all that in my fifth house.
no, but that's kind of okay. So what's happening with the kids? Do you live with all of them?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a single mom. What's going on with my kids? Gosh, everything. My son,
Yeah, there must
what?
be a lot happening with them now. Go ahead.
Oh, a ton of stuff. My son got hurt. A kid like assaulted my son at school, my 8-year-old, on Wednesday, and
What? On
then
Wednesday. Okay.
yeah, and then my 15-year-old and I butt heads like nobody's business. It's freaking crazy. Um, my
Like,
daughter's really struggling at school too. My 10-year-old, things are going really crazy for her. She's a Capricorn. My son's a Sagittarius. My other son's a Virgo, and my daughter's a Cancer, like I am.
so what's wrong?
Nothing really. It's normal stuff, like normal parenting stuff. Like my youngest son is autistic and ADHD, and the kids at school are just dicks. And so,
Uh-huh.
like, this one kid assaulted him and choked him in the school. I've been fighting with the school for years because my son's biracial. So he's black and white. My daughter's black and white. And like the school's super racist. And it's really like just a lot of shit to us for like the last like 3 or 4 years. And so I don't know. We're just moving and I'm getting them out of here. And everything's just going to be so much better this summer. But yeah,
Okay.
it's been a lot.
That's again making me think about Jupiter passing over your sun and Venus. You're about to
Yeah.
move your whole family somewhere during the summer
Yeah.
at last, have a new
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Are you going,
Probably the end of July.
where are you moving to?
I don't know. I'm just
Oh,
right
you don't
now,
know.
I'm just saving up a bunch of money and then I'll make the decision later. I haven't even started looking. I'm just saving money right now because I need about like $7,000 to $10,000 to move, and I'm gonna hit my target goal in July. So once I have the money secure, then I'm gonna make the decision of we're either gonna stay here in town. I'll move to the moon. I don't care. I just want to get out of here. I literally don't care.
Because of the school and stuff.
The school in this house is my ex's house when he moved out last year. It's just, it's time for us to have a fresh start and move somewhere else and just start over.
Interesting. Okay, one of the things I'm feeling is Saturn square to your sun in Cancer now, because I see how you're working hard and saving up because you want to make a radical change. And it's going to be a change for you and for your kids to adjust to a new place. And right, so I feel the Aries, the novelty, and also the energy to get out of there and do something differently for you and especially for your kids.
Yeah.
Right, the Sun, Venus, Cancer in the fifth.
Yeah. It's a really strong energy, honestly. We've been talking about moving for like 3 or 4 years, and it's finally going to happen. And like,
Okay. There again is Jupiter, right? Conjunct your
yeah.
sun in Cancer. Finally, you see the light. Money's coming. You can save up
Mm-hmm.
enough for your family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have enough to move. And so it's really just making the decision of where, because everybody, with 4 kids, everybody has their own priorities and everybody has their own ideas about what this should look like. And I'm the only one making the decisions. And I'm thinking, I'm considering their viewpoints, but at least one of them is going to be disappointed.
Okay. Do you see that? The Saturn squaring your sun in Cancer from the first Aries. You're the one to make the decisions. You're the
Yeah.
one to drive the. Mhm. And your kids are,
Yeah.
of course, going to resist that partially. Some of them not going
100%.
to be happy
Yeah.
100, right?
Right. Absolutely. And like,
Um,
this is really unusual for me because I'm just not used to being like, I've been learning over the past couple of years how to be the driving force and how to be the person that just holds everything together. I've lived most of my life being like, oh, I need a man in my life to take care of me. It's a man's job to do this stuff, like very male centered mentality. And so, like, for me to be more self centered, in a good way, it's exciting. It's nice,
Totally.
actually.
Totally. Do you feel Saturn moving through your first house, Aries?
Yes, 100%. Like it's like this big burst of energy, and I'm ready to get moving. Like, look at all the walking I'm doing. I'm like, I need to do something. I need to physically feel like I'm doing something. All this waiting is ridiculous. Like, I need to do something. And with Saturn, I know that it's like very karmic. And I guess, like, from my understanding, when you take care of business and you do what Saturn wants you to do, good things come out of that. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get slapped in the face real hard, right? So I'm doing all of the hard things. I'm focused on being uncomfortable and being outside of my comfort level and stuff, and I'm just really leaning into that.
Yeah, very Saturn square the sun.
Yeah.
Finding out all the things you're capable of that you always
Yeah.
thought someone else should rather do, but now you're seeing, no, I can freaking do this for my
Yeah.
family. Makes
Yeah.
me think also
Yeah.
about you being a little less maternal and motherly and trying
Mm.
out to be a bit more aggressive and standing up for yourself, right?
Yeah. 100%. That's exactly right.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah, I'm butting heads with the kids. Of
Yes.
course. I mean, normal. How wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I've got four, so the chances are one of them is going to be like
There's
this
4 times
amount.
the chance, isn't there?
Yeah. And they're all completely different from me. So I like my 10-year-old is a Capricorn, and I know that that's the opposite of my energy. So I try to pay attention to a lot of the stuff that she says and she does and the way she behaves, because she's like a I don't give a fuck like at all. She's so sure about herself. So like I lean into that. Like I learn a lot from her, and then my son's a Virgo, and then my other son's a Sagittarius, and like I'm learning a lot from all four of their personalities, and just like how I can do better and be better as a parent, based off of their needs and their perceptions on life and stuff like that. I don't stay stuck in my own perceptions. I focus on like their perceptions too, and I think it goes decent if I can just like get my emotions under control. It'd be better.
There's one thing that stands out to me. Now I'm looking at your progressions.
Yeah.
And just so I have them up for right now, but if I literally
Yeah.
fast forward just 1 month,
Yeah.
your Mars progresses into Sagittarius.
Mm.
So that for me is very special because your entire life you lived with that Mars in Scorpio,
Yeah.
conjunct Saturn. This
Yeah.
for me is like, whoa, big awakening. And it makes me think about how you've decentered men. And also, by the
Yeah.
way, because it's in Sag, it makes me think about the Chinese guy, right?
Yeah, he's a Sagittarius rising.
Look at that. So probably this
Yeah.
represents him. The
I
progressed Mars
mean,
moving to Sagittarius, doesn't it? Doesn't that make sense?
yeah, it
Right?
does. And honestly, I've looked at his birth chart and I'm like, we are opposites in a lot of stuff. It's crazy. But wait, he is also a Venus Sun conjunction in Leo.
Have you thought about moving far away?
I think about it all the time. I absolutely fucking hate the state that I live in. This is not, I've moved around my whole entire life, moving because we were military. So, like, I've lived all over the country, I've lived overseas. This state that I live in now
Which
is
state?
Wisconsin,
I
is
lived
the
in
worst state.
Wisconsin for 13 years.
I hate living here.
Where,
I've
where in
never had a good
Wisconsin do you live?
experience. Eau Claire.
Okay, yeah. You're kind of in the boring part of Wisconsin, the north.
Yeah, about an hour from Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah, I lived in
Yeah,
Madison and Milwaukee.
of
Okay.
course you did. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where
I went
everybody goes.
exactly. I mean, I went to school there. Yeah, that's where I immigrated. Okay, now I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, Eau Claire is
Yeah.
not a place I would ever want to be.
No,
That is
it's so hard to live here. And I like every time I come back here, it's for something karmic related. So I finally closed the door to everybody, right? My dad passed away in September. I don't talk to my mom. I don't talk to my brother. I don't talk to any of my family. I just completely isolated myself. I'm like, I literally closed the chapter on my old life. And this
okay.
year and this summer is like the new chapter, the new stuff, all of the new things coming in. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you feel that progressed Mars moving into Sag now?
I that's gonna, I don't know. You tell me, because I don't
I
know
do
anything about that.
because for me it's the liberation of all the. I'm feeling the
Oh, okay.
Scorpio because Scorpio is a fixed sign. That makes me think about you
Mm,
being fixed in place. You keep going back to the same situation, same people,
yeah,
same shit, same crap,
yeah,
managing
yep,
other people's stuff,
yep,
dealing with their horrible personalities. I'm feeling the Mars Saturn in the eighth pretty much. Yeah, I now the more we talk, of course, the more
yeah,
now Mars is moving into a mutable fire sign and into your ninth
yeah,
house. What a different, bright kind of. So I feel the
yeah,
Chinese guy, right? But I also feel you moving far away. I don't feel you moving to another part of the city. This is more like cross
yeah.
country or even outside of the country. Feels like more travel is coming, more
I can't
learning.
move outside of the country because I can't get passports for my two youngest children. Their dad won't let me. So,
Okay,
but across the country, he lives at, listen, I can't move for a man.
I see. I see how
I
your mind is
can't,
working, though. I know.
yeah,
I would do the same thing.
yeah.
I know.
So he lives in New Jersey, and like, I don't, that's just like a completely different world than I've ever existed in. So I don't know if I could do that,
Oh,
but
you
I'm
will.
absolutely,
Oh, you
huh?
will. Yeah, you will definitely move. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't have a choice really. And I'm securing the funds to be able to do it. I'm pretty close to my target goal, and I could probably make my stretch goal of $10,000. So
Get
we'll
that
see
money,
how
girl.
this job. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fucking motivated as hell to do this stuff. And you know what's funny is you were talking about some of these like things. So Venton is a Sagittarius rising, a Leo Sun Venus conjunction in the eighth house, and then he's
Ah.
Scorpio moon.
What does he do for work?
He is a tennis coach.
Oh, okay. There I feel the Sun, Venus, Leo. Right?
He
Because
is
you're under
obsessed
this.
with sports. He's like,
Okay.
he works himself to death. He does like umpiring for baseball. He's a tennis coach, and he works with like teaching disabled children how they can play like a modified version of tennis.
Okay, that makes me think about the Scorpio moon, working with the disabled children, because that requires a
Mm,
different level of empathy, kindness, softness that the Leo doesn't have. The Sun, Venus,
yeah,
Leo, of course, is like being buff, being super into sports, right? Being outside under the hot sun, working your ass off, Leo.
yeah.
Okay,
Super
but
obsessed with the way he looks.
okay, Sun, Venus, Leo, right? And you said he's smoking hot. You literally
He
use
is so
smoking hot. Sun, Venus, Leo. How much more fire energy can you get than smoking hot?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe he even came up in conversation because I wasn't going to talk about him. I was like, we're not going to go there. He's just a friend. It's nothing. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know how that is. You know, the other thing I want to point out to you is your progressed moon has just moved into Taurus. That was about 3 months ago. Now is moving to your second house, Taurus. That makes me think about you accumulating the money you need
Hmm.
in order to get that
Yeah.
ass moved.
Yes. Yes. We're so ready. Like this has been a long time coming. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's so crazy because it's like I just morphed into a completely different person, right? Like I've just, the last 18 months have been the most challenging I've ever had. And I've had some challenging, like I almost died in 2017. Like you think that would be the most challenging thing I went through, but it wasn't. Like this last 18 months has been crazy, but like I feel we can breathe. Like I feel like we're headed towards something amazing. Like all of the like astrology things that people are talking about, they're like, oh my God, this summer is going to be so good for cancers and it's going to be so good. Like y'all are going to have, and then like Pisces rising, y'all are going to have. So it's like, if I look at my moon, my rising and my sun Venus conjunction, all of the stuff that people are predicting about this summer is supposed to be like amazing for me. And I'm like, okay, come on.
Okay. Okay, great. Let's pause there for today. So,
I appreciate you. This is
what
great.
do you think? What are you left with?
I'm excited. You pointed out some stuff that I wasn't even paying attention to at all. Like I didn't even think they were correlated. I just thought that I was just like having a bad day or something. Like, of course it's related. Of course it is.
Right, it's
Yeah.
fascinating, right? Once you see how to
Yeah.
move around the chart, it's actually pretty simple. Like,
Yeah.
right? You just have to work with real life and what's happening with the events and all the stuff and get context, and it's like easy to navigate the chart. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording, then you and I can talk for just a couple minutes, all right?
Okay.
All right, Michelle and I are signing out. Goodbye, world.